Yeah, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. I'm going to talk a little bit today about Charles Bronson, Charles Salvador, and he's still imprisoned in HMP Wood Hill, I believe. That's the last I heard of him. I believe he is there and still segregated from the general population. Now, there's a problem with Charles Bronson. He seems to have this idea that he must, or he's there as a kind of an avenging angel, and he's going to administer divine punishment upon sex offenders and people who have committed rape, etc., and interfered with children. He's personally responsible for that. So he seems to think, and he has indeed injured numerous inmates in his time incarcerated, which he spent most of his life in prison, let's be perfectly honest. But what I see about Charles Bronson now is that his first wife is going back to remarry him. There's obviously a method in this, because if he does get married, then he will have a home to go to. He will have a settled environment, so they will argue. And when it comes time for his next probation hearing, his next parole hearing, whatever it is, then he has a big argument for saying, well, he's a changed man, he's remarried, he's back where he was. And he wants to go and live in society, and so he should get the right to do so. I mean, the only reason that they're really withholding him remaining in prison is because he has posed a threat not only to the prison establishment and other inmates and officers and governors and teachers, etc., and the very fabric of the prison when he smashed places up. But he's also posed a threat to various inmates, and they believe he still poses a threat to society. That's why he's being held, because who dares to release Charles Bronson on society? And the problem he's got is not so much that Charles Bronson, Charles Salvador, is going to go out there and attack people. It's more likely the other way around. You know, will some wannabes will want to say, right, well, we'll take him on, we'll show Charles Bronson whether who's the tough guy here. Win or lose, they want to fight Charles Bronson. It's maybe a mistake, you know. I mean, seeing what he's capable of doing. So that is what I believe that is going to happen with Charles Bronson. He is going to be married again to his first wife, and he will subsequently argue that he has got a fixed abode. He's no longer going out in society just living in a caravan or whatever, and he's going to go out there and he'll be living with his wife and hopefully a quieter life. And I sincerely believe that that's what's going to happen to him, because he's in his 70s now. The time for all that madness has surely stopped, and I believe he deserves his chance to get out. I did believe he should have got out last time, but obviously the prison authorities and the parole board didn't agree. I mean, we even got up a little petition and sent that off, but nobody's listening, are they? Because they're all frightened stiff of taking a chance, making a decision. Yeah. Well, a lot of infamous killers have been released onto the street, haven't they? Yep. I mean, they're going to release the killers of James Bulger, aren't they? I'm not sure if they're releasing one of them, but there has one of them been released and sent back. They even released Gary Glitter, and of course, as soon as he got out, he was on the internet searching for the dark web and trying to locate pornographic images of children. The problem that you've got with people like that is that they can't change, but I believe Charles Bronson can change, and I believe that he will. I see that the mother of that young man who broke out of Wandsworth, Daniel Kelly, she's saying that he's most likely suffering from some kind of mental disorder. Well, it's very possible. I mean, who am I to say? But it seems very odd to me. Right. Anyway, he's going to go to Belmarsh now, isn't he? That was a song dinger, by the way. And I'm going to sing, I'm not going to sing to you today, I'm going to read you one of my poems. It's called Toy Boy Blues, because the big film, one of the big films at the moment out there is called Barbie. And this poem I wrote many years ago. It's about the Barbie dolls. It's called Toy Boy Blues. Now, Barbie and Cindy are dollies with dresses and ribbons to wear, long flowing curls that are golden. They make a spectacular pair. Young children, they like to play with them, pretend that they go to the ball, that they go to the races and golfing, always enjoying it all. Now Derek and Ken are the boy dolls, with curly dark hair and tight pants. The children, aware of the difference, give Barbie and Cindy a chance. That night the disco was crowded. Derek and Ken danced the twist. Barbie and Cindy danced with them. At midnight the two couples kissed. Now morning was cold for the dollies. Both Barbie and Cindy looked sick. They had made an awful discovery. Neither Derek or Ken had a dick. Now people, this tale has a moral, a lesson for us and for them. It's the dollies that get all the toy boys, but it's women that get all the men. They are Toy Boy Blues by John G. Sutton. This is Tales from the Jails. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you can, folks, don't forget, it's out there now, my book, HMP Manchester Prison Officer, on Amazon. Thank you very much.